Often imitated, never duplicated. The one and only B. Scott. You're listening to The B. Scott Show. Get ready, love muffins. Oh, yes.
You didn't laugh today.
I didn't.
Look at you.
I'm very serious today for some reason.
Up.
I feel like today is one of those days where you're just perpetually behind schedule.
That's how I feel.
It's like, I just don't know. Like, everything is hitting me, and I'm just like...
rolling with it.
Yeah, and I'm having a delayed reaction.
Another. Yeah.
I did not want to get out of bed. I was like, I got 5 more minutes. And I rolled around. I'm in bed like I wallow. Do you do that?
No.
Like, I wallow and I toss and turn. I put the pillow between my legs.
I'm very still.
Very still?
Very still.
Like your dog that you brought today?
He's here. Let's bring your kid to work day.
Why is he here?
Because the exterminators came this morning. And because we're doing it on a different day, I completely forgot. And so when they showed up, they were like, your dog can't be here. Okay. And I just didn't have time to take him to daycare, so here he is. You're right. You
have a lot of stuff with you nowadays.
I do.
You got a partner, you got a dog, you got to multitask, you go to the gym like 3 times a day.
Life is moving.
You're doing a lot.
I am.
Okay.
God is good.
Okay. But when you first started working with me, it was very easy breezy.
I had nothing
now you're more high maintenance than I am.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I don't know if I believe that, actually. I was going to take it. I was about to accept that, but I won't.
Well, I said what I said.
I won't. Well, what you said was some bullshit.
Okay. Oh, speaking of which, I want to talk briefly about that. So, Housewives of Atlanta, I've been seeing pictures from the reunion that was just shot. And then there was a video of Andy Cohen leaving the reunion looking like he had literally got off an airplane, a bad flight.
He looked disheveled.
Oh
my God.
Something was going on with that makeup too, though. That makeup, I was like, it was like a good old casket beat.
Well, he said a bomb was dropped. So
maybe it fell on him because he looked like he was going through it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited. I mean, there's been a lot of Atlanta stuff happening this week. Somebody said that Cynthia got fired, but then I guess that's not true.
Well, somebody's going to have to leave if the rumor is true that NeNe and Kim Zolciak are coming back. Somebody has to leave. We can't have 10 housewives on the show.
No, they said they're in deep negotiations.
It makes sense. So. It's the 10th year 10th year anniversary of the show, or the 10th season, and I do believe it needs to have NeNe and Kim on it.
I think so too. I agree. I mean, we've been talking about it. They've been talking about it. And the thing about it is, when people put these stories out there, they're out there for a reason. People just don't wake up and they're like, oh, NeNe and Kim are talking about coming back to the show.
And I believe a lot of it's done by Bravo.
Oh, for sure.
Bravo's doing it to drum up interest and everything. Even that video with Andy where he was, disheveled and everything, that's to drum up interest into the show as well.
Then I saw that Kenya's ex, Matt, was popping off, calling her all types of escorts. And
oh, my goodness.
Did you see it?
Yeah, she was escorting herself to African men?
To a king. And she's one of their top women in that she owes him $10,000.
Wow.
Which I don't necessarily believe. Do you believe it?
I don't know what to believe nowadays.
I mean, I feel like even if she did agree to give him $10K in the beginning, after you've been breaking my windows and messing my stuff
and popping off on me in social media, that's not going to help me. The part of me giving you anything is for you to play along, and do your, play your part, know your role. And him once again doing this is him not knowing his part, not playing his role. You don't get on social media and pop off and talk about I'm, pimping myself, whoring myself out to these African men.
Some really serious allegations.
Yeah, whoring myself out to some African men, and I owe you money.
Escort ring. It's an organized situation.
Was he also saying that she was a madam?
I don't think he went that far, but he said that she was doing something strange.
Wow. There's a lot going on. But we're coming to you early this week, or because of the fact that I'm going to be in Miami next week for my birthday.
Yes.
Our birthday. Isn't it funny that me and you are born on the same day?
Crazy.
March 21st.
Crazy.
My goodness.
Still. Every year it's like, damn,
we have the same birthday.
I know.
It's like it's mine.
I won't be in Miami. I'll be here. But have fun.
Because you have responsibilities.
I do.
You got a dog, you got a husband you got to cook for.
Can't just get up and go.
You're always cooking when I call.
I am cooking.
Oh, domestic.
I know. When did I become this person?
Oh, what I call y'all? Domestic gays? Y'all just so domestic. Always cooking and organizing things, doing little craft projects.
Yeah.
Making like little walls and things.
New lights yesterday.
Oh my God. Who has time for that? Like literally, who has time to be sitting around like, what can we do now? Like, you want to like make some pottery?
Well, wait.
Y'all make some pottery?
No, but I really want to.
Oh my goodness.
I really want to.
Help me, Lord. Keep me close to the cross of my salvation.
So what do you have going on in Miami? Anything like special?
No.
Like a party?
No parties. Not anything. I think that before I leave, I was going to tell you about this. I am going to be doing like a little brunch at Catch LA.
Oh, fun.
And you and Sherrod are more than welcome to come.
Okay.
You know,
cool.
I hadn't. It's impromptu. You know me. I'm always like last minute. Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I'll give you more details offline because I don't want my love muffins
to show up. Right. Can you imagine?
That would. Hey, I knew you were going to be here.
No, my favorite is like when you're walking down the street and somebody will like stop in the middle of the street in their car and scream out the window. Mm-hmm. Like, every time I'm with you and that happens, it freaks me out.
It freaks me out too.
It freaks me out.
I was like, is it a good thing or a bad thing? When people screaming at you, you don't know at first
you have no
what
idea.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened actually right out of
when we were leaving here once. I know that's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing that, and then I'm going to go to Miami and just chill out. Okay. Miami's just fun. It's like, it's somewhere tropical. It's like Miami or Hawaii for me.
Those are your two.
Yeah, but it's like, it's tropical and it feels like you're on an island, but you're still in the safety of the United States. With all the stuff that's going on in the world and all the hate that Donald Trump is spewing out at different people in different countries, I don't want my being to get caught up in the crossfire of like, I'm American.
Can you imagine having to defend that at the border?
Yes. Can you imagine being like, I'm black and gay. Can I be excused? Can you like not?
For once, this doesn't apply to me.
Like, right. They're not treating me right either. Like, I mean, Americans don't see it for me either. So like, can you please like, can I be excused? You know class. Excuse me. Can I go? I don't, yeah. Pick somebody else.
Well, that should be fun.
Like my voice?
I don't.
Oh my God. Like, what if I talk like this all the time?
We wouldn't have any listeners.
Really?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. They would like it. It's kind of like that woman on, remember?
Michelet.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen.
Oh my God. Okay, we gotta stop. This has gotta go.
This is so good. Look at my laugh. It's the same
You're
laugh.
waking my dog up.
My laugh is listen, laugh. It's kind of like
Tickle Me Elmo.
That Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God, you brought that up. Oh my goodness.
So we ready for the topics?
The topics. Oh, but I want to talk about this. This is important.
What?
We have reached a milestone on our Facebook page.
Yes, we did.
Like, we have now officially 1 million followers.
Real followers.
Not bought. Not fake. Not, inactive. We have 1 million engaged followers. As a gauge. 1 million engaged followers on Facebook.com/LoveBScott.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Congrats to us.
I remember when it was like
6,000.
And we would get so excited for like an additional like 50. Mm-hmm. And now it's 1 million. Mm-hmm. You have to take moments to really enjoy these type of things. Like, because we've always been working towards, if it's not one thing, it's another.
Right.
And to accomplish 1 million real followers anywhere on any platform is a huge feat.
Huge. Takes a lot of work.
And 1 million followers that are engaged. Our Facebook fans, they share. Poppin'. We own Facebook, basically. Like, they share, they engage. The comment sections is the funniest section ever.
They're so funny.
If you want to laugh, Love Muffins, that are listening to this podcast, go to Facebook and read, go Facebook.com/LoveBScott and read the comments underneath the various posts. It will have you cracking up.
Every day.
It is hilarious.
And there's like 2 or 3 people who I know I can always count on to just drop some wild shit.
And they have created such a sense of community on this Facebook page. They know each other. They have running jokes.
The funny thing is, like, when I go to look at the comments and moderator, just kind of see what's going on, and I see somebody has me blocked. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh
what
no.
I do?
Wait a minute. Has you blocked as a person?
Because like when you can click on people's names, it shows you like their info. If you're blocked, it's unclickable.
Oh my.
So I'm like,
yeah.
That's funny.
And I would encourage people to, on our Facebook or any of my platform, my different social media platforms, to keep it cute. Mm-hmm. Do not come for the queen. Mm-mm. If you come for the queen, i.e. me, you will be blocked quickly, swiftly.
Banned.
And in a hurry. And there's no coming back from it. Don't send me emails telling me, I don't know why I was blocked.
Don't tweet.
I can't believe, don't tweet me. You'll get blocked there too.
Don't have your friends do it.
Don't have your friends do it.
Don't tag people in
You
posts.
know what you did. I block people for very specific reasons.
Right.
Disrespect. You disrespect me, the blog, anything.
The community.
The community. Don't take things to the extreme.
Criticism's cool.
That's
cool. That's fine.
Yes. But disrespect is disrespect.
Right. Once you cross that line, it's kind of like, can't really rock with this.
I can't really rock with this. And it's oftentimes the people you block are the ones that are problem people. They continue, like I had just hadn't seen some of their other comments. Mm-hmm. It's just like when you block me, you go through the other posts, like, oh, wait.
Shit.
Oh, they were really popping off for a while. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Azalea Banks' ass.
Right. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. 1 million followers on Facebook.
We should celebrate.
Yeah. We have so on Twitter, we have 750,000. Instagram is around 500,000. Yeah. Cool. We do about 5-6 million uniques a month to lovebscott.com. With a click of some buttons, we reach millions of people. Love it. We just got to get those millions of people on this podcast. Mm-hmm. Y'all have got to go to iTunes and subscribe and tell your friends. Y'all have got to tell your friends that we are doing a podcast. I am literally here giving you all the tea, insight, information. Basically, every week. And the conversations that me and you have. Me and you have these conversations every morning.
Every morning.
This is my life. And for years, I was not going to share this type of information because, back in the day, I wanted to be friends with celebrities.
Share everything.
Yeah, I used to share everything. Well, not about celebrities.
No. I just mean in your own.
Oh, my personal life. Yeah, I've always been an open book for the most part about my personal life. Mm-hmm. But in terms of when I started the website, at one point I was like, oh, I want them to like me and be my friends, But no, I'm just it's not about liking, it's about keeping it real.
Right.
And I try my best, and I tried my best to keep it real with myself as well as others. Even when it comes with Mimi, I tell Mimi like it is too. I don't necessarily go in on her on the website like other people do when she has moments because of our friendship.
Yeah.
But personally, trust and believe when something I feel like is not right with Mimi, I say it to her.
And that's what you do with friends. I mean, you don't broadcast, every negative thing or, you don't draw attention to things, but you just kind of let them know politely to the side, hey, however I feel is however I feel.
Yeah. And I respect that. And you do that with me as well.
100%. I do with everybody.
That's how we, don't go down delusional paths. There's, some people I know.
I was like, are we going to say a name?
No, I think that would be...
too much.
Too much. I'm thinking about one person in particular that just released something that was super whack. And I was like,
Oh, when I sent you that thing, bitch, what the fuck?
What the fuck? With the guy holding the sign saying, bitch, what the fuck? Some people just don't get it.
Man.
How do you have friends, celebrity or not celebrity? How do you not have friends that would tell you that what you're doing is whack?
The question of the hour.
There are some people who...
And not only is it whack, it's something that you didn't even really have to do. It's not your main career. It's not your livelihood. It's not what's paying your bills.
No.
So you electively decided to do something that was bad.
Yeah. Horrible.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I want to say the person's name so bad, but I can't.
Don't.
It would be bad.
Don't.
It'll be bad. Don't do it.
Don't. Bryson Tiller, don't.
Don't. I want to, though. That's the crazy part about it.
It'll come out in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Just know that if somebody does something and it's not on lovebscott.com,
right,
it might be why.
Exactly. We do that. That's something I do for that person.
Well, no, I think it's sometimes if you don't really have anything positive to say at all, you can't even present it without presenting it in a negative light. I just rather not present it.
Exactly.
Because I'm not about to sit up here and lie or act like I condone the bullshit when it's very clearly bullshit.
It's bullshit. And they put money behind the bullshit. Mm-hmm. Come on, production value for bullshit. But if we keep talking about it, they're going to figure it out. Anyway, so moving right along to talk about things. And also coming out, RuPaul came out and said that he married his partner.
Oh my God.
Of 20.
Oh.
You see that? You see what I did there?
Oh, I need to take it.
If they're really clever, they could figure it out. Okay. But anyway, so RuPaul announced that he had married his partner of 23 after 23 years.
I thought they had been married. I thought that they had been married for a long time, but
yeah,
they did it in January. So congrats to him and George.
Yeah, and they married on his partner's birthday.
Right.
And that's the day that they had met in 1994.
Yep.
And they met at a club called Limelight.
Yep. And they have an estate in Wyoming. Did you know that?
It's like a 60,000 acre.
6,000 something. Yeah. It's huge. Yeah.
And it's in Wyoming, and it crosses over into another state. It's like between two states. That's amazing. Good for them. Like, I tweeted RuPaul, because we follow each other on Twitter, and I said to him, like, you know, yet another way you inspire. Mm-hmm. I'm so inspired by him, his career, his longevity. And then now, like, most gays can't stay together
23 days.
For 23 days or 23 minutes. Much less 23 years, and now he's married. Like, I want to have that one day, maybe. I don't know if I really want it. But I'm saying, like, I want to have the option of having that. It's a beautiful thing to think about.
It is. So, I wonder if they're going to have kids.
I don't know.
Their business, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I don't know if I want to have kids.
After they have them.
Kids are a lot of work.
They are. Ain't that right?
That's a lot of work. I feel like all my girlfriends got pregnant at the same time. And so I just, like, dealt with all of that and, you know.
You were being a doula.
A what? A doula? I just feel like I'm just, like, the advice giver for all my girlfriends. Like, they come to me for advice. They come to me with, like, problems with their men.
That's why you're writing a book, girl.
I am.
That's why you're writing a book.
Just Be. That's the name of it. Yes, Just Be, honey. And I need to look over that. We'll do that. Okay. Because we have a draft that I need to look over. But anyway.
Where do you want to start?
Back to the topics. The internet tried to kill Auntie Fee.
I saw that, and I was, you know.
But wait, I don't want to be mad, like, be disrespectful. Who's Auntie Fee? Did I miss her? Like, is she supposed to be a big internet sensation?
She used to cook and do things on the internet. I've seen, like, clips here and there. I knew of her. I wasn't terribly familiar, but I saw that a lot of people were. And so when she died, I was like, oh, that's really sad. And so, you know, I looked at the post that she had died. It went up. I went to a spin class and I came out and they were like, JK, she's not dead. And I was like, well, damn.
So TMZ killed her off.
So TMZ prematurely. And I guess the person who talked to TMZ had talked to her nephew or a family member who said that she had died.
Right.
And so then other family was like, no, she didn't.
But when you're on life support, it's kind of like the other, a lot of times you may not come back off of life support, but we hope she does.
We hope she does. It's been a couple days and
we haven't heard anything. Someone on our Facebook page asked, they're like, so any update on Auntie Fee? They're like, this is cool, but any update on Auntie Fee?
Are we the bed on her side?
I'm just so happy that we didn't kill her off. It wasn't actually us.
Yeah.
Because that would have been like, people would have came for my whole
Yeah, there was something like
situation.
A year ago. Somebody was like back and forth. Mm-hmm. Who was it? Tommy from Martin. There was all that confusion, and so we were trying to keep up with the confusion.
And then he did die.
And then he ended up passing away.
It was somebody else too. It happens quite often.
It
happened with the woman, the Angie, Big Ange too.
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
Remember when they said she died, and they said she didn't die, and then she died?
Yeah, but that happened all within like an hour. Yeah.
Speaking of people going back and forth, Tyra Banks. See, that's a good one. You got to give me props.
That was a good one.
That was a good
the last one was a good one too.
Oh, okay,
but it's just if you caught it, you would know why it was so good.
It was good. Yeah. I believe, I need my props. Because you arbitrarily call me out when I don't have my good transition. I feel like Whoopi on The View. You know, Whoopi she has the most fucked up transitions on earth. I would be like,
I would say shoes.
No, that too. But I was sitting there looking at, I remember, I don't watch The View now anymore, but I remember watching it at one point, and I was like, her transitions are just horrible. She'd be like, just speaking of, and just like, the tie-in would be like, no, Whoopi, that didn't die in at all.
Oh, Whoopi.
But anyway.
I have yet to figure out where she said she knew me from.
Right, when we met her.
I have no idea, still.
That was so cool.
So awkward.
When we went to New York, so give the backstory is that we, Niche, a company that's owned by Twitter, reached out to us to support a show, Oxygen's new show, that at that time, that was called Strut. And we went and literally got paid really, really, really well to do like two Instagram posts and a live Instagram story of watching the show. Right. So we went to New York, and then so what we did was they invited us behind the scenes of The View to meet Strut and the people, the host of The View and everything like that.
Mix and mingle.
Yeah. So when Whoopi met Denver, she was like, I know you.
And I'm like, I think I would
know you from somewhere.
I'm like, no, you don't. I think I would know if I met Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. I felt some kind of way. I was like, you gonna know him, not know me?
She was like, no, where? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
I hope it wasn't from you. Didn't you go in on her before on Twitter?
I might have, and that might be it. Sorry, Whoopi.
Just going on people back in the day.
Yeah, it was reckless.
Risking the brand.
I deleted a lot of those.
Good. Please do.
I have.
Because you know how they do people.
I know. My timeline is spotless right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We can't have anything, any blemishes on the B. Scott media name. Even though I have done, like, I don't know. I've said a lot of shit, too.
Ho have a seat.
Ho have a seat, all type of things. I stand by what I said.
To go on Bow Wow.
I will repeat it again. It was so funny.
Wait, what did you call Bow Wow?
A little munchie-chee. Little Bow Wow, little munchie-chee.
It's actually one of our topics, believe it or not.
I remember it was so funny when I was doing the BET Awards, before the debacle, before I got snatched off by my wig. The day before we had rehearsals, or was it the same day? I think it was the same day, in the morning of. And it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
I just remember being hot, and I saw Bow Wow, and it was so weird because I hadn't seen him since I had done the video, and he saw the video. Mm-hmm. I mean, it went viral, so people saw the video of me responding to Bow Wow when he said he didn't want gay barbers to touch him.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah, he was like, I don't want gay barbers to groom me because I'm, they're gay and whatever. It makes me feel
you know, his assistant was gay.
That part. Got some tea? Oh. And so anyway, it was just an awkward little moment to see him after that video I did. I have so many different little moments. And that's what part of like this podcast. I'm going to share those moments. The moments that I've been keeping to myself for a long time, I'm going to share them.
Yeah. Well, Bow Wow's in trouble now.
Bow Wow, but why are we even talking about Bow Wow? Bow Wow is so, to me, is like, what category is Bow Wow in? What celebrity category Bow Wow is in? Bow Wow is in, isn't Bow Wow
here's the thing, like, I can't say too much because he's done a lot of stuff.
He's on CSI right now. What is he on?
He's been acting, and he's been doing TVs, and for some reason he stays around. Some way, somehow. I remember
he was on some HBO show, and he had a sex scene. I remember seeing his nutsack.
Oh, yeah. It was like Entourage or something?
It was just shocking.
I don't know. I remember
I was like, I wasn't ready to see Bow Wow's stuff.
I know.
It was literally, you could see it, like, moving up and down. I was like, are they really having sex?
In TV these days, I have no idea.
And was it a fake nutsack? You think it was like if they weren't having sex, that prosthetic one? I don't know.
Oh, man. Well,
anyway, getting back to Bow Wow.
Bow Wow's nuts.
Right.
He decided to
threaten
Melania Trump with sex trafficking.
So he threatened her, said he's going to make her...
So I'm going to back up. So Snoop Dogg put out a video with a bunch of clowns, and one of those clowns was called Ronald Klump, and he looked like Trump, basically. And so for some reason, somehow, some way, Donald Trump got word of the video, saw the video, somebody sent him the video, I don't know. And he hopped on Twitter, the president hopped on Twitter and was like, if, anybody did this with Obama, they'd be in jail.
And they did it all the time with Obama.
They did it all the time.
They had Obama freaking stuffed
hanging everywhere.
Whatever.
Regardless, you're the president, why do you care?
Right.
You should be worried about North Korea, not a Snoop Dogg video.
Exactly.
So Bow Wow, being that he's close to Snoop, hopped up on his own Twitter and was like, you better shut up before we pimp out Melania and make her work for us.
Oh, wow.
And I think that... excuse me.
That was deep.
That was deep.
Oh, my God.
Bow Wow.
That was just a little nasty indigestion.
The damn water.
The devil trying to get at you. Yeah. Devil coming up, honey.
Yeah.
You need to go to church. That's the problem. The devil want to come out, Lord. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Get thee behind me, Satan.
My God.
That's what it is. I'm too blessed to be having the devil up in here. Okay? I'm serious.
How's that neck?
Oh. My neck is healed up quite nicely. See, I'm divinely favored.
Okay.
Yes, that was a temporary setback.
Okay.
We all backslide. Okay, we all do things.
The Lord's not done with you yet.
He's not done with me.
He's not done.
We all, like my mama said, we all fall short of the glory of God.
Does she really say that?
Yes. We all fall short of the glory of God. We do.
Then why are we trying?
Why are we trying? Why don't we just be the people we are? Yeah, because then it gives you indigestion like you just did.
Right.
That's so nasty. Getting back. But Little Bow Wow. I still call him Little Bow Wow.
Yeah, so he
Little Bow Wow.
And then I think he's the first person to kind of unite the left and the right, because everybody was just kind of like,
shut up.
You can't be saying that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I think everybody was like, just shut up.
Yeah.
It's like a child rapper that no one cares about now pops off from someone, doesn't make a sound.
You can apply that to so many things. And I'm not doing this with you today, so we're just going to move right on down to the next topic.
Okay.
So
yes, what's the next topic?
Let's talk about the fan who accused Miguel of sexual assault.
She seemed a little...
So, I think that...
And her titties were out.
Okay, so wait, we gotta back up.
I like how you could pull something out that was already out.
We have to back up.
Okay.
So I don't think either one of us here, we don't take sexual assault lightly.
At all.
It's a very serious matter. Mm-hmm. Not to be joked about, not to be lied on, not to be discussed, in jovial fashions. However, this woman went on her good old Instagram and wrote an open letter to Miguel and accused him of basically pulling her titty out of her shirt at a concert.
Okay.
Now, that sounds really weird to me. And basically the way she told the story is that she went up to him, started a conversation, asked for a picture, at some point told him that she likes to orgasm to his music, which that's wrong. That's like that. No, you don't just tell people that. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And so then she says he took the picture and then reached in her shirt and exposed her breast. And that's murder, all she wrote.
And so what is she seeking? She just wanted to share her story?
She just wanted to share her story.
Okay.
She was like, I won't be silenced. I won't be X, Y, and Z.
And
wait, I missed. The best part is that she said that once he pulled it out, he looked at her with a face of disgust. That's the best part.
I wasn't ready. But okay, what are people saying about this?
People are torn. I think that there are people who think that, there's a chance it could be true and are coming to her defense. And there's another sect of people who, kind of feel like it's very attention-seeking and there might be something else going on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a firm believer that we have to empower people who say they have been sexually assaulted.
Me too. And I believe in holding people accountable.
I do. But something about the story is fishy to me.
It's fishy.
It's like, I don't know what it is. And even the picture she has with him, and then the fact she told him she orgasms to his... I mean, it still doesn't give him the right, if he did do it, to pull her breast out. Right. But it's just... Something about it just seems like, huh? What?
Right. Well, my thing is, sorry, to back up, it didn't happen at a concert. It happened at a club.
Okay.
Right? So if you see Miguel in a club, he's not going to be by himself.
Yeah.
So are there other people who saw this go down? Are there witnesses? Does somebody have their phone out? There's got to be more.
Yeah.
There's got to be more.
There was another guy, was it Ezekiel from the Cowboys? Mm-hmm. He was at some St. Patrick's Day parade, and he was trying to pull someone's breast out.
He did.
He pulled the breast out.
Pulled it out.
And then she pulled them both out too, or something.
So he pulled it out, and then, they were like throwing beads and stuff, and then she was like, woo! And so then she popped it back in, and then he tried to pop it out again, and she swatted his hand away, but eventually she popped her own back out.
Okay.
And I think that was uncalled for, just because when somebody clearly doesn't want you to do it, don't do it.
And they can do it, but you can't do it.
But you can't do it.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that.
I feel like Miguel's situation is, like you said, like there had to be some more people around that saw that witnessed that. Yeah. And I think that for me, like, why would he then why would he look at her in disgust if he pulled her breast out?
And that's another thing that doesn't make sense to me.
Like, he looked at her in disgust after he pulled her breast out. Like, I don't get that.
I don't either. But that's her story.
That's her story.
So I don't know if there's a criminal investigation. I don't know if she's just saying it to say it. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's just some of the stuff, like, I do take it very seriously, but somehow you delivered it made me laugh. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sometimes things, the way it's delivered, regardless of what the matter is, it's like, and I wasn't ready for the part where, like, after he pulled it out, he looked at her with disgust. I was like, what? It's like some things are just so shocking, like the normal response, the human response is just to laugh.
Right.
But if it's true, I don't even know what the recourse is that.
I don't know.
And she orgasms to his music. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Moving on
from that one. Oh, that voice got deep. From that one.
Well, you are, man.
That's correct.
That's correct. I would not be surprised, to be honest.
We got to talk about Janet Jackson's secret order.
Oh my God.
Speaking of another fishy situation.
Did you see that girl
Do you see what I see?
Oh, and when we were looking at headlines, you know, I didn't want to like...
A star.
I didn't want to disrespect the girl.
Okay, I'm singing here.
I'm trying to talk over. I really didn't want to disrespect the girl, but there's a lot going on.
There's no way in hell that she could be anywhere related to Janet.
Heaven.
Or DeBarge. Which DeBarge was she married to? Was it Chico? No, it wasn't Chico. What DeBarge?
James.
It's one of the damn DeBarges. So, ain't nothing about her look like anybody's Jackson or DeBarge's.
No. Before or after surgery.
I just can't believe, like, how do you fix your face to get up on television and say a bald-faced lie?
And I know, like, there are recessive genes and that it might not be, you know, visually, you know, identifiable like that, but you can't.
No.
You can't.
You can't have all the recessive genes from the Jackson side and the DeBarge side.
All of them.
She would have had, I don't know. She looked like
and then she had the nerve,
Janet No.
She had the nerve to say, you know, I don't want to get famous. I just want my parents. Well, why the hell are you doing interviews if you don't want to get famous?
And it was on what? Was it Radar Online?
Radar Online.
Radar Online is really turned into like the National Enquirer.
Same company.
There it is. But we have to talk about it because it's just so freaking shocking.
It's ridiculous. And it ties into the story a few weeks ago with Ederline. Remember Ederline? Mm-hmm. Ederline, that's the girl who she was talking about and went and got the test and says that it's a match.
Ederline. And this is the girl.
Yeah.
This is Ederline's.
And the one Ederline was talking about who says they went and did a DNA test and it matched.
Janet. Or DeBarge.
The daddy.
Oh my goodness. I could potentially believe that.
Right.
I don't believe she has anything to do with Janet. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if Janet's not the mother. I don't know what the mother looked like. Mm-hmm. So that could be a potential different situation.
Oh, and it is.
It was funny. The title of the post that you ran on lovebscott.com is like,
do you see what we see? And that's what I was saying. Like, I didn't want to disrespect the girl because I don't believe in, you know, like bullying, but I just need people to just ask themselves, like, use your common sense.
Yeah. I mean, I want to tie this into also the other thing we're talking about, the girl who accused Miguel. It's just, we have to say in celebrity, there are true accusations that are made, and there's also people that are seeking attention. Mm-hmm. And that's just the fact of it. As serious as we do take any type of sexual assault, you know, any type of like parental issue, child stuff, parent stuff, we have to understand because of the nature of when you have celebrities involved, people do, in fact, make shit up.
Yeah, they try to take advantage.
To get a check, to get attention, to get more followers, to, you know, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, there's a lot of, you know, mental illness going on. Mm-hmm. Some people are just like, wow, you need treatment. You need help.
Like that girl who tried to convince us that she was Bryson Tiller's fiance.
Exactly.
She like posed as his manager and
via
like
email.
Trying to set up emails, and then she sent us like all of her social media stuff. Like, it was crazy. So I mean, it's like, maybe from on the outside as listeners, it would seem like, oh wow, like, you know, we might not be taking a case or people's allegations seriously. But being that I'm in the business that I am, and I have seen people lie to get a check, to get attention over and over again, it does make you critical. It does make you not believe everything you hear just because of the type of allegation it is. Correct.
I just want to be clear about that, because I don't want people to feel like, oh, you know, B was laughing about a serious allegation and he's not, you know, he's not, he doesn't take, I don't know.
They try to come for you,
yeah,
too.
They would. But you can't come for a person who knows and seen people lie about serious things.
Correct.
I've seen people do all type of stuff like that. I've seen people lie and say that someone molested their child to try to get custody of that child, to take, you know what I mean?
Right.
That is something, like, I've seen people go that low. So when people are willing to go that low for a check.
Yeah, and we're 10 years in, so we've seen it all.
Oh, yeah.
All.
So I will vet and question.
And comb through.
And comb through anything, regardless of the type of allegation that is made.
And at the end of the day, it's not even our job to determine whether or not it's true or not. We're just here to share it with you.
Mm-hmm. And some shit is just funny. I mean, How he gonna pull her breast out and then be disgusted? I don't think I'm ever gonna live that down. Like, he gonna pull it out and then she remembers him looking at her in disgust. Like, what the? That just sounds odd.
And for me, it's like, okay, and then what? And then what? So you standing there with your titty out and Miguel's looking disgusted, and then
what happens?
And then what?
Help us, Lord. Okay. Then what?
Oh, and then what? So,
on another sad note, say what now of the week is the aspiring model dies while taking pictures on a train track.
This is another one of those things where it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna let you go with your questions and I'll come back.
How do they not hear it coming?
So, the story goes,
it's two sets of tracks that intersected and she tried to jump away from one and got hit by another.
Correct. The 19-year-old woman.
Jesus.
Her name was Fredzania.
Not to cut you off, but this trains go down.
Hold on. We'll get there.
That must have been a train hotspot.
Listen, we will get there.
Okay.
So this 19-year-old, she was pregnant. She was
pregnant?
Yes. Yes.
So her and her baby, oh my God, it got worse.
Yes. She was trying to jumpstart her modeling career. And so she was working with a photographer who had her in the middle of these train tracks. Well, train starts coming. She moved out of the way. Well, what you didn't know was another train was coming on the other side and ended up getting hit. Now, people were saying that there have to be some holes in the story, and I would be inclined to agree because, one, trains are loud. Two, they shake tracks when they're coming. They toot their horn. A train just doesn't like sneak up on you from either side. You get what I'm saying? And so if you're on a track and a train is coming behind you, you would see. You get what I'm saying? Like if you make a lateral move, left or right, you're going to see trains coming on either side. So, sorry. It's weird.
I just want to know who thought this was a good idea.
People do weird things.
And remember, there was another guy that got killed doing some type of fitness video on train tracks.
Yeah.
He got killed the same way. Mm-hmm. I think so, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't he get killed by a train?
Yeah, but his situation was different where he moved out of the way, but he didn't move out of the way far enough and got swiped.
Jesus.
Heartbreaking.
Stay your ass off the train tracks.
Okay, go to some stairs. Go to a sidewalk. Go to a tree. Go to a basketball court. It's a picture. It's not worth your life.
And then on top of that, they released the pictures anyway.
And that's what I'm saying. They had the nerve to the photographer to release the pictures.
Anyway.
To the media. So we're looking at the pictures that they were taking
right before she got
hit. Don't make sense. That does not make sense.
I think this might be the name of the title of the episode. Something adding up.
Something ain't adding up.
Something is not adding up. Something don't add up with this story. Something don't add up with the Miguel story. Something don't add up with the Janet Jackson story.
Auntie Fee.
Something don't add with Auntie Fee. Bow Wow story. Like, just things are just not adding up. The math is not calculating correctly. The equation this is not hidden figures. Like, they are not, we ain't on the wall computing a direct answer.
Did we talk about Tyra?
We did talk. We didn't go in to talk about Tyra. We're going back. That ain't adding up either. So, Tyra Banks. I think what happened is I think Tyra Banks really got tired of not being out there and not being a presence. And so she thinks she's going to come back. I'm going to take and become the host of America's Got Talent. And then I'm going to take America's Top Model back too.
So what gets me is...
So people can say, I'm lit. I'm back.
So what gets me is that the news comes that she's back after the news came out that she wanted Rita Ora gone. That's what's funny to me. And then she was on Twitter talking about, you're everything, bold, boss, whatever her little phrase is. And you did, so well on the show and blah, blah, blah. But you fired her, so she couldn't have been doing that good.
Right. It's called saving face. It's called saving face. I personally believe, Top Model should have been.
So I'm in the minority because actually I like America's Next Top Model.
You didn't let me stop.
Okay.
You didn't let me finish. Okay, you cut me off.
How does it feel? How does it feel?
Let me remind you, this is called The B. Scott Show. So, what I was saying is, it should have ended on a high note.
Okay.
When the show was at its glory days, before they kicked off Miss J and Mr. J and Nigel.
They all need to come back.
They all need to come back. If she's going to come back,
they all need to come back.
If we got to look at her be back, we had to look at everybody else. I want the originals back. Bring them back. But the thing is, they're trying to, in their heads, if we have millennial people, millennials will watch.
No, still didn't watch.
Millennials will watch people they respect. And I believe people respect her and Miss J and Mr. J and Nigel. Millennials are also looking for direction and, you know, people with knowledge. And these people have knowledge, and they will be interacting with young millennials, contestants.
Right.
So that's where the millennials come in. People actually get into the stories of the millennials featured on the show.
Mm-hmm. Well, somebody said that on Twitter that they got rid of Rita Ora before we even figured out what she was famous for.
Ooh.
And I had the heartiest chuckle.
That part.
It was so funny. But I'm excited. I mean, I didn't watch the Rita Ora season because I didn't care.
Yeah.
But I watched this one.
Yeah. It might be. I mean, I might feel some kind of way because, you know, I was supposed to be on America's Next Top Model at one point. Mm-hmm. It was a whole, remember that whole debacle?
That was like 2012? 2011?
They reached out to me. Mm-hmm. That was when Tyra first was thinking about changing hosts.
And leaving.
And, yeah, I went in for that. And then it went from that to being a judge. Then it went from that to being on a house mother. Mm-hmm. And then it went from that to...
I remember the first time you called me with the news, I was in I think I was in the drive-thru. I was in the drive-thru liquor store, as a matter of fact. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool.
It's so cool. And I'm so excited. Mm-hmm. And then crickets. I got to talk to Tyra about that. I want to say, Tyra, what the hell happened? Because everybody loved me. Mm-hmm. It had to be her. I really do believe
she wasn't ready to go.
She wasn't ready to go. And it was just one of those things. I think because I had made it so clear that that's what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I think they were like, nah, we can't have you on the show at all. I didn't even like...
Not even a guest appearance.
Guest appearance. It's real. I feel like certain things you can tell people feel some kind of way. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, whatever. Things happen, but that's showbiz, as they say. But needless to say, I feel that when that revamp situation was trying to happen years ago, that would have been a good time to end it. Mm. That was like, you know, like that's when things got a little wobbly.
Yeah.
America's Next Top Model used to be huge. Mm-hmm. And it already had like damn near 60 cycles.
Yeah, but I appreciate it when they brought the guys in, though, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. It's the thing. That's the thing about Hollywood. You can go in thinking something's going to happen, and it's a sure thing. I have had so many of those moments where I thought it was going to be a sure thing. Like I was going to do something or be involved with something, and it was a sure not a thing. It was sure not a thing type of moment. And then it's like, then you just like, that's the thing about showbiz. Like, then you're expected to just to go back to normal.
Right. Or you get the sure thing, and it happens.
And nothing.
And then you go back to normal.
Normal. That's true.
That happens all the time.
All the
People,
time.
they get like the moment that they thought was going to be their moment.
To change their life.
And then it goes, and then...
You go back to normal.
Next thing you know, you just put down bad music videos.
Yeah.
So, life's rough, man.
Life comes at you fast.
Super fast.
And that's why I also believe that, you know, God's... You know, when it's rejection, that's God's protection. When you experience rejection...
Oh, word.
Yes. When you experience rejection, it's oftentimes God's protection. And I feel like with me, because I didn't have... I've done, the YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. We had the SiriusXM radio show, television appearances, all type of things we've had, huge scandals, debacles like the BET thing. That all raised my profile. But at the end of the day, I feel like I've been consistent. I haven't had a moment that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just been a consistent growth moving forward. And that way, I can never sashay away because I now have built something that's independently mine. And that's what a lot of celebrities try to come back to after the fact. And it doesn't work that way.
Right.
And that's what gives you power when you have something that you can control. Nobody can fire B. Scott from B. Scott Media. Like, once you cultivate and reach the people, you build your audience independently of these big networks and companies, that's where the true power is. And I wouldn't have spent the time to do that if I had done these other things. My whole focus would have went in different directions. And so that's why I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and rejection is oftentimes God protection, because they protected me right onto these checks I'm currently getting. Free and clear. No agents involved, no managers involved. With these, with my business that I run, like, those checks come to me.
Right.
Not like, there ain't no 360 deals Like Remy Ma said, ain't nobody.
I think that's encouraging. I think that, especially with Twitter, I think there's so many people who are trying to be put on.
Yeah.
And they want the attention of this network or this show or this whatever. But at the end of the day, you just really need to put yourself on.
Yeah.
Work.
And understand that a lot of those things that you are really coveting are not what it's cracked up to be.
Right.
And it's not going to change your life nearly to the extent that you think it would financially or notoriety-wise or whatever. Like, it's just like you have to, I feel like in today's society, especially with digital media and social media, you have to make a name for yourself. Mm-hmm. And you have to focus on what makes you unique.
But also remember that a blue check ain't a real check.
That's true.
So
there's so many people who, it's funny on social media, there's so many people that fake the funk. Mm-hmm. It's so many people that just put on this such a glamorous or such a, that it's lit and they enjoying life and they spend all this money and they have all these things.
And
meanwhile, they have none of them.
Verified
from couch. Yep. That's true. And you meet them in person and it's nothing like that at all. You just see like it's just smokes and mirrors. I've had that literally happen to me so many times. Like you see personalities from Instagram or Twitter or Vine or YouTube, and then you see them in person and I'm like, they don't have an inkling of what they have presented in person. That, what they present in person and what they have online.
Just different.
It's totally different. I mean, some of that is normal because people are not always on, but then some of it is just shocking.
Right.
It's just like, wow, you know how to know your angles and retouch.
Right.
Because you don't look nothing like what I see on a daily basis.
You got all those Gucci shoes in the oven because you're staying in somebody's living room and you ain't got no storage. But cute shoes, though.
Cute shoes. Cute things.
So just run your own race. Do what you got to do.
Speaking of something else.
And
That's true. It's true. Speaking of something else not adding up. Eddie Murphy.
Oh, the Coming to America sequel.
So what happened was Eddie Murphy supposedly tweeted something from his account saying that, posted a picture from Coming to America and said, Coming to America sequel, ? But comes to find out, his daughter posted on her Instagram that she texted her father and he didn't even know he had a Twitter account.
Right.
He was like, what Twitter account? A Twitter? I have a Twitter account?
Right.
So obviously that's not true.
Well, so now it's gone.
Now it's deleted.
But then TMZ said that they had talked to whomever and that he's in the very early stages of actually making a sequel.
Oh, wow.
So it sounds like whoever was running his verified Twitter account knew what was going on and wasn't really supposed to say anything.
Oh.
Or just kind of said it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Just to put it out there to see.
Just to put it out there. Right.
Okay.
So it might.
I guess that person got fired.
You would think, right?
Right.
You had to be tweeting shit on my behalf.
Right. You can't, unless I say something like that, it would have to be something that you already have prior approval for. You just can't just be putting it out there. You can't unilaterally make that decision.
Coming to America.
That's huge.
Like,
that's pulling the heartstrings
of... You can't do that.
You can't do that. But I would like to see it. Some people are like, oh, don't mess with a classic.
I'm torn.
It'd be interesting.
I'm torn. I'd rather see a sequel than a remake, for sure.
Eddie Murphy is very talented. And if done correctly, it could be really good.
He is talented. Acted his whole life.
Yep. Speaking of someone who is kind of talented. I mean, I really think this person is talented if she gets back to her music. Azealia Banks. But she has done so much stuff, unnecessary things, including this new revelation.
Bless her heart.
That she slashed her sister in the neck. Was it her neck?
In the neck. In the neck.
In 2009.
In the arm and in the hand.
What?
Yes.
See, something. That's a.
Ooh.
I didn't know it was that extent. I thought she did her neck. She just stabbed at her neck, her arm.
She took a box cutter and was just, on
her sister.
Yep. Yep. And so now prosecutors want to use that to basically discredit her as a witness in this whole boob biting trial. Boob biting.
So she says, did she bite someone boob?
Yeah.
What is up with us and boobs and titties and stuff? Like,
I don't know.
It's like Nicki Minaj.
Yep.
Then this girl got her boob pulled out.
Yep.
Ezekiel boob situation. Now this is Azealia Banks is in a boob biting. Like, boobs are taking over our podcast.
Free the nipple.
Free the nipple.
That's how I feel.
Okay, so did she bite the boob? Who boob did she bite? Who's biting the boob?
So Azalea bit the boob of a female security bouncer. No, well, if I can. Azalea Banks bit the boob of a bouncer.
Oh my God. Azalea Banks bit the boob of a bouncer. That's a lot of B's. Banks, boob, bouncer.
Yeah.
Azalea Banks bit the boob of a bouncer. Oh my goodness.
At a nightclub 2 years ago.
Wow.
And now she's going to trial.
Her life is just
a mess.
A mess.
That's what happens when you kill chickens for no reason.
For no reason. In a closet that must smell like some guy's forsaken.
Bless her heart. Let me stop before she tries to find us, child.
Well, she messed with me. I work a route too. I would go back to North Carolina and work a route. Don't play now. We'll work a route real quick now.
We'll keep that over there.
Don't keep it up. Keep it up.
There.
I'll snatch a piece of your hair real quick.
I don't need no route. Bitch, I'm bald.
No, your beard. All that hair you got in your beard right now. All you need is one little piece.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Get him.
Don't doubt me.
You got my son. You can't talk to me like that in front of my son.
What they say in the Wizard of Oz? And your little dog too. I just sound like a witch right now with that laugh. It was very witch-like. It's so crazy. Like we have every week we come in here, we get to talking, and
we did it twice this week.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at God. Twice a week.
Well, it's been real.
Our birthday's coming.
Birthdays.
We hit 1 million on Facebook.
By the time you hear this, it will be our birthday.
Yep. And I'd like to thank you, Love Muffins, for listening to our show, The B. Scott Show. And, of course, for subscribing and rating and reviewing our show on iTunes. Until next time, double kisses. Mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to The B. Scott Show. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Love B. Scott. And make sure you review the show on iTunes. And you can always find me on lovebscott.com.